Okay, we are up and at 'em here on this Monday night. Good evening. I'm Jeremy Capel. I'm your host, meteorologist, here to help guide you through a little snow for parts of the plains, Midwest, Great Lakes, Appalachians, and moving towards the Mid-Atlantic. We have had new advisories issued today. If you're following me from New York State, much of the state has been placed underneath a winter weather advisory. I think in some cases this is going to be a very high-end winter weather advisory, close to winter storm warning in some cases. And during this live feed, I'll show you exactly how much to expect near you, specifically for New York State. But we'll cover the entire storm that has already dropped about a foot plus across portions of western Kansas and into southern and southeastern Nebraska, where winter storm warnings do continue here at this hour. Now, I just got the word out on Twitter that we're on here, and if you don't mind helping me as well, get the word out as we get started here. We'll start you off with a live radar update. Many areas underneath, again, the spell of this storm, it's sprawling. The actual size of this storm is pretty enormous. Take a look at this. So you're looking at snow that stretches all the way from the high plains of eastern Colorado, clear through the Midwest, and even reaching parts of the Mid-Atlantic near Philadelphia. So I've got a new tool. I love to play with my tools, so give me a second. So the precipitation shield, which is here, I'm going to mark it, covers a distance. If you take it all the way to the coast, the precipitation shield covers about 1,500 miles. So, pretty sizable system. It cranked up earlier today, initially quite strong, but now it's already beginning to wind down a little bit. Now, it doesn't mean it's not going to bring a large area of snow. Clearly, we have a large area of snow. It just means that the intensity of the snowfall that we have experienced so far, it's going to slowly wind down a little bit as it moves east. But everybody sees a good bit of snow. At least that's the way it looks right now. It is 7:40. Thank you for being on here. If you don't mind, just give me a moment while I get the word out that we're on here. Do want to send our friends over that may be on Facebook, let them know that we're up and running. So give me a moment. I'm going to check in questions, comments. My goal is to make this less than 20 minutes, maybe around 15. About 15, we'll get to those snow totals here in approximately 10 minutes. So let me get the word out, and we'll formally get started with this program here in just a couple of moments. And it does look like we've got Dude on, Sharon, Shawnee on here. What's happening? And thanks for being on. I've got Mike, Deborah. Thanks for stopping by. Just alerting our friends over on Facebook that we are up and running with this update. Winter weather advisories posted this morning for much of the state of New York. You're looking at the warning map. The areas in pink underneath active winter storm warnings that do continue west into portions of the plains and the Midwest, Chicago included in that warning, where I think they're looking at somewhere between about 6 and 10 inches of the white stuff. Okay, so that message is now out on Facebook. Let me share it with one of our other media partners here. And let me know how your work week has started. Is it a work week for you? Okay, that's out. And we're up and running. Okay, let's jump on in here. What are we looking at? Obviously, advisories galore. Anywhere in purple could be waking up to a messy situation in the morning tomorrow. We showed you live radar, taking a closer up look at that now before we get to future radar, and then we'll move on to precipitation amounts. Snowfall amounts, generally speaking, for western New York, central New York have gone up, specifically up close to Lake Ontario. And there's a reason for that. I think we will see quite a bit of lake enhancement. So we'll have that much to look forward to. Right now, the cold part of the storm, located Out west, this is where that low is spinning. So much of this is that upper level energy that is spinning, but you're seeing the snows located near North Platte, Grand Island. Heavy snowfall amounts being reported out of Grand Island. Also far western portions of Kansas. You make your way north of Garden City. Kansas right now, Goodland, Kansas, reporting better than 8 inches of snowfall. A foot locally out towards Lexington and Grand Island, Nebraska. Closing in on a foot rapidly in Lincoln. Could end up with a foot plus for Omaha. Southern portions of Iowa, Des Moines to, you can see Fort Dodge. You're seeing the lighter stuff to the north, but heavy to the south right now. And then you make your way out towards Chicago, where the snow really has just begun. Temperature near freezing right now in Chicago. Heavier banding begins to move in. The front side of the storm is going to bring the heaviest, not just for Chicago, but by the time it reaches Detroit later on tonight, and then into western New York, I believe the front side is going to be the heaviest of the storm, with some pretty heavy snow falling for a period of time in the morning, first part of the afternoon here, into your Tuesday. And I think after that we go generally into lighter snows with some lake enhancement that builds up as we head towards Tuesday night. And all of that's going to translate again to some sizable totals. Here's your Futurecast model. This is the 3K NAM, high-res NAM. Taking a look at that with you right now. As pay homage to those that are on here, about 24 live. Thank you very much. If you don't mind a quick thumbs up, it's always appreciated. And make sure that you guys get notified when we're on. So hit the notification bell and feel free to share away. Twitter, Facebook. I was going to say Parler. We're not going to be sharing there for a little bit. Maybe eventually we'll get back. Mike on here. What time will the storm and how long will it last? I'm in Clifton Springs, New York. Well, I think it's going to begin pretty early in the morning. You're probably going to have to be dealing with this in the morning. I'm going to take a close-up look at your Futurecast in a moment. But as far as Clifton Springs, correct me if I'm wrong, is that Livingston County? I'm trying to place that in my mental map. Clifton Springs, New York. I want to say that is, in fact, Livingston County. Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm putting you on the map right now. That is not Livingston County. That looks like that's Ontario County. All right. Then it's not going to be first thing in the morning. It'll be second thing in the morning for you. And I'm going to get that loaded up on our Futurecast, and we'll take you right through it here in just a moment. So let's see, 3K Futurecast model. We're going to jump on that. Let me get that loading for you, and I'll be able to show you. We'll dial that in together as we go throughout the next 36 to 48 hours. I'll load all 48 hours of data, so we'll have it in front of us. We'll have that for you in just a couple of moments. In the meantime, you get the general idea here. This graphic, by the way, compliments of Weather Bell. I highly recommend it for amateurs and professionals alike. If you dig weather, you're going to love the graphics that they create out of Weather Bell. This, my friends, is the 3K NAM. Let's take a look at the European model. Not quite as dialed in as the NAM. NAM is a shorter range model. The Euro kind of gives you a more broader perspective. Euro, much better model in the medium to long term. But it also has the general characteristics that you're seeing here from the 3K NAM. And I just want to mention, it's early, but we're going to mention as we head towards late week into the weekend, there's going to be a storm that dives south across portions of the mid-Atlantic. Not terribly concerned about that one at this point. Could bring some decent snows for the Appalachians, but it's the one that comes in behind it. I'm just going to make mention now, make sure that I get this mention in there before we bring this session to a close, which we're not going to run this very long. The next one comes in here next Sunday, Monday, and it's got a lot of similarities with this one, but maybe a little stronger as we see a low that moves from the Ohio Valley over to the coast. All right, here's a broad look at precipitation amounts. This is according to the European forecast model, showing widespread 1/3 of an inch for much of the Great Lakes. Now, what we've also noted here, these areas with the lighter precipitation amounts, that's also where air is going to become a little warmer. Meaning, I think in these areas of southern New York, southern tier, especially those without elevation, you're going to struggle to see a lot of snow. I don't think you're going to see a lot of snow. But there are winter weather advisories regardless, because we're expecting not just snow, the possibility of some freezing rain in the morning and some sleet. So that's the reason for the advisory there. All right, with that being said, snowfall amounts, I think, are going to be tapered down to the south, southern tier, PA line. I think they're going to ramp up as you get towards the Lake Ontario shoreline, where according to the European model here, you're looking at 0.4 of an inch or higher right there near the shoreline, and that's not the only model that's picking that up. Take a look at the NAM. This is a little more dialed in, but it's got areas of about a 1/2 inch of total liquid from near Rochester to Oswego. And I think it's there where you do get some of that lake enhancement. I think we're looking at, again, the heavier totals as a result. So that's coming down the pipe. All right, and let's see how we're doing on our Futurecast model here. Looks like that is still loading. We'll have that up and running for you momentarily. And remember, we're looking for P-type. As I'm talking to my model, I'm literally having a talk with my weather model. We'll have that for you coming up in just a couple of moments. Right now, I've got 10 thumbs up. Thank you, Joseph Colasaco. So what is in Shortsville, Canandaigua going to be a nothing burger? And it is. The low's creeping north, John Joseph, which may limit the amount of snowfall for you, at least in your location there in Canandaigua. I've got my snowfall map coming up in a couple of moments. Right now I want to show you what the models are showing first. We covered precipitation amounts. So let's talk model totals. I'm trying to load in my dialed in Futurecast. We'll see how that comes along. We'll get there. All right, with that being said, let's come on over to some totals. We'll start with the European. I think this is very reasonable. As mentioned, some areas you're going to miss. The storm keeps bumping further and further north. As it does so, it's bringing some warm air. So John Joseph, located near Canandaigua there. Did I get your location right, John Joseph? That's across north central portions of Ontario County. Not far from Clifton Springs. You'll start mid-morning tomorrow. Could have some sleet, freezing rain. It's possible you could change over to a period of drizzle during the afternoon or evening with light snow otherwise. But it's not showing a ton. If you look at your color codes here, look right there. There you go. There you go. 2-3 inches. Could be a little more. The heavier totals, it's kind of relegating to right along the Lake Ontario shoreline into the Tug Hill. Okay, so that's the European model. Let's come on over to the high-res NAM. The NAM shifts it just a little bit further south. Here you go. And that would put 5-6 inches in Rochester. Same general idea. You get the heavier totals out here towards the Tug Hill, as you would expect. I like that. This is where the bullseye will be. You could have winter storm criteria out there. Maybe not far from Oswego. But certainly once you get up to the Tug Hill. So this is the... I'm having a bit of an issue with my weather model. It happens. Let me see if I can load that. I'm going to try to load that one last time. In the meantime, I don't want you to wait for my weather model. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to show you my forecasted precip amounts next. So final look at, hopefully I get you a better Futurecast, but we'll show you this right now. We just kind of mentioned that this is not the only system of interest, that we're going to go into a pretty active period. We'll have to look out late Sunday, Monday, I think, across the Northeast. So we'll put that on our radar, if you will. There's your Futurecast NAM. And I'm going to try one more time to get that loaded up into my radar system. We're going to narrow down the window here, and we're going to go with P-type 1242 load loop. We'll see if it loads this time. Cross your fingers. Hopefully it will. Let's go back over to snowfall totals. This is the 3K NAM. Now I want to bring you my forecast for Rochester, for Western New York, Syracuse, and Buffalo. Okay, and just created this prior to the show, so it's not going to get any more fresh than this. There you go, and go. Okay, so these are my expectations. I like Rochester at 4 to 6, maybe locally 7 inches. Again, the nothing burger, as some people like to call it. Not too far to the south. Joey, I'm keeping you in a 3 to 5, but you know what? There's a push with that 1 to 3 to the north. We'll watch it. Let's plan on 3 or 4 inches of snow right now in Canandaigua. Heavier totals up here downwind of Lake Ontario. And again, you head up towards the Tug Hill. I like you. For decent snowfall, 5 to 10 or so. Rochester, again, 4 to 6, maybe locally 7. That's it. There's no more magic sauce. I'm not going to get you my brilliant model. Why? WSV3 drives me crazy. I pay a premium for this. Sometimes it works, and other times I'm left with, again, John Joseph Nothing Burger. All right, thank you for being here. Got 27 live. Appreciate you. If you're not a regular to the program, welcome aboard. Thank you for being here. Be sure to hit the notification bell so you know next time we're on. Be sure to share this video. And if you'd like more weather information pertaining especially across Western New York State, I invite you to come on over to our news, weather, and politics show. Okay, we do cover national news and politics, and we also cover some weather as well, particularly as it pertains to New York State and the Northeast. Come on over. That's Weather Live at 8:45. It's a Facebook-based program. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. Dude, Cheryl, JJ, Mike, Dee Dee, and we'll catch you guys on the flip. In the meantime, you guys have a great evening. If we don't talk to you sooner, be prepared again to push a little snow around tomorrow across portions of Western and Central New York. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.